Welcome back at 7:38. Thank you so much for watching. And if you want some good news, here's some good news. Will Meyer is here, and he tells me we have a 4-star movie in the mix today. Let's just go ahead and get started. Not telling you which one it is. Okay. Justice League's up first.
Justice League is up first. Yeah, this is the newest Marvel superhero, I'm sorry, not Marvel, DC superhero ensemble film. This is sort of a response to Marvel's The Avengers. You have Batman and Wonder Woman and lots of other new superheroes in this movie, and they're teaming up to fight an evil bad guy and stop him from destroying the world. This is the third one to be directed by Zack Snyder. He also made Man of Steel and Batman v Superman, and it's no real secret that a lot of fans weren't crazy about those movies, especially Batman v Superman. Very vocal about their criticisms of those films, and they've addressed a lot of those in this movie. And so this movie is shorter, it's lighter. I think they try to inject more humor into it, and it's more coherent too. But I think that this is only a marginal step in the right direction. This movie is still no Day at the Beach. I think it still has a lot of problems. The plot, you know, I said it's coherent, but that doesn't mean that it's very interesting. I think the characters too are really thin here. I think it may have the least interesting superhero villain of any movie I've ever seen. Even the new guys, too, they're just not a lot of fun either, including Aquaman and Cyborg. They just don't do many fun things with them. The action, too, is chaotic, but there's a couple of fun scenes, but there's just an overabundance of CGI here, too. I just thought that this movie just wasn't much fun, and that's what it should be above all else, is just fun, escapist entertainment.
It doesn't really sound like this is the 4-star movie.
This is not the 4-star movie.
Okay, what are we giving this one?
This is 1.5 out of 4. I think it's a little bit better than Batman v Superman, but this is not a good movie. I think that, you know, hopefully they're going to switch and focus on Wonder Woman, which is what I'm hearing, instead of, you know, Zack Snyder's
Her movie
Justice
was
League.
great.
Yeah, it was fantastic, but the problem is you can tell this is a bad movie because her character isn't even fun to watch in this film. So 1.5 out of 4.
All right, well, let's hope Lady Bird's better.
Lady Bird is better. This is a coming-of-age movie that stars Saoirse Ronan and Laurie Metcalf. This is a movie that is set in Sacramento, California in 2002, where Christine Lady Bird McPherson is a high school senior who's dying to get into an East Coast college, much to the dismay of her loving but critical mother, whom Lady Bird fights with, but she's exactly like. This is the directorial debut for Greta Gerwig, an established actress. You would think she'd need some sort of learning curve with this movie, but no, this is one of the most assured directorial debuts I've seen in a very long time. This is a film that just hardly has any false moves. It's a warm, joyous, hilarious, and insightful film about that transition from adolescence to adulthood. This movie has rich, complex characters, which is necessary for making a movie about a high school senior, because when you're that age, Daniel, you're just a mixture of confidence and insecurity, and that's exactly what she is here. She's rebelling against her parents and her hometown. You know, she changes her name from Christine to Lady Bird as sort of an insult to her mom, but you can tell there's just so much love and affection there underneath all that. I think that you're going to see your mother and your sister in this film. I think that the mother-daughter relationship is beautifully rendered. Dramatically, this movie is surprising. I think it's full of witty observations. Also, it's moving too. It's the kind of movie that's going to want to make you call home and tell your mom you love her. So great performances too. Saoirse Ronan is tremendous. She's a young actress who just keeps surprising me. And then Laurie Metcalf, I think, is a lock for a Best Supporting Actress nomination. I love this movie. I say 4 out of 4 stars.
I was going to say, this sounds like you're excited. The 4 out of 4 stars.
Very
I mean,
excited.
I haven't heard you talk about a film like this in a while. Is this maybe one of the favorites of the
year?
year?
Oh, absolutely, without a doubt. This is top 10 material for sure.
Top 2 or top 10?
Top 10.
Top 10. Okay, don't go that far. Right. All right, so last up is Loving Vincent.
Loving Vincent. This is an interesting film too. This is actually, it's a movie about, I should say first the plot, it's about a guy who has to deliver a letter to the brother of recently deceased Vincent van Gogh, but he ends up investigating Van Gogh's death along the way. As you can see, this is an interesting film. It is the first fully painted animated feature film. So Daniel, there are 65,000 frames in this movie, and every frame is an actual oil painting on a canvas in the style of Vincent van Gogh. So it took 115 artists to do this, and so that alone is just a remarkable achievement, and it's amazing to watch. Just, you know, watching an entire movie like this, I just thought I was just in awe the entire time. And actually, I was so enthralled by it that I kind of forgot about the plot at times. I had a screener of this, and so I had to rewind sometimes and just go back to catch up on the story.
Because you're just mesmerized.
Exactly. But, well, that is symptomatic of another problem, which is the story itself isn't great. They try to tell the story about Van Gogh's life, but they focus on his death, and they turn that into sort of a murder mystery. And I don't think that was exactly the right approach for this material, but this is still a charming movie. I think it's a moving tribute to this tortured artist, and at the end of the day, too, it's just a feast for the eyes. So this one's at Downtown West, and I hear this is like their best-selling movie. So it's 3 out of 4 stars.
So still go watch it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, yeah, I mean, the video was amazing.
Yeah.
And we can check out more on your Facebook?
Yeah, facebook.com/Will Meyer, the movie guy. I'll have lots of stuff on there for you.